Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be looking like a little dreadful in the beginning, but as we move on it's going to get better because I do not have any eyeshadow on and I'm going to be trying out the newly launched Nicka K 9 color eyeshadow palettes. Nicka K is a US based affordable brand that's available on HOK Makeup and Nykaa, but these new launches are not available on Nykaa as of now. It's available only on hokmakeup.com. They have come up with a 9-pan eyeshadow palette containing like all bright, nice metallic and matte colors. So they have 6 variants and some of them are colorful, some of them are brown tone, some of them have a red cranberry sort of a theme. I decided to pick these two up. So this one is a more warm tone one, it's called the Autumn Spice palette, and this one is a more plummy berry sort of a shade. Tones in the Sugar Plum palette or plummy berry tones, and these individually they retail for about 500 rupees. So I'm going to be creating a look with this palette and I'll be swatching both the palettes on my hand as well. If you want to know how I feel about this palette, then please keep on watching. I'm going to be doing a demo of this palette on my eyes and I'm going to be trying it out with you guys. So before we begin, please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so that you do not miss out any uploads from my channel. So let's get started. So I just zoomed you guys a little bit closer, and by the way, I used this particular concealer, which is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer in the shade Sand, to prep my eyelids, and I used the Fit Me loose powder to set it. And now let's begin with the eye look. So as I was saying, I'm going to go in with this shade, which is like a nice burnt orange color in my transition. I'm going to pick it up a little bit on my brush, dust off the excess, and then go in directly. Oh my god, this is really pigmented. I did not expect this. Can you see how pigmented that is? So I'm building up the color slowly. I'm not going in with so much color at once because it's going to be difficult to blend it out. So this is the transition area, the area between your crease, which is this, and your brow. So I'm building the color slowly. One thing I'm noticing is that as pigmented it is, I'm not able to really blend it out that well. It's a little stiff, I would say. It's not creamy. I haven't touched this yet, by the way. But you can absolutely work with it. You can blend it in, but it's going to take a little bit more effort and time. If you're ready to spend that much time for a 500 rupees palette, you might as well do that, because the pigmentation is there. So I'm going to just blend it out like even more, because so I'm going to blend this out to perfection and I'll be back. So this is how the eyeshadow looks when it's blended properly. So you can work with this eyeshadow, it's just that it takes a little bit more effort and time to get it blended to you know, how I desire my eyeshadow to be. So that's one small issue that I noticed, because I have tried out Jaclyn Hill palette, I've tried out a couple of other palettes like Colourpop, and I did not have this much issue blending. So that's a small little thing that you need to keep in mind when you're purchasing this palette. So next I'm going to go in with another orange shade, which is like right here. This is also an orange shade, but it has a slight little bit of brown in it. So I'm going to go in with that on my outer V area, and I'm going to slightly drag it into my crease as well. So once we have that color laid down, I'm going to go in back with my fluffy blending brush from PAC, and I'm going to blend it out to slightly deepen up my outer V, and I'm going to go in with this brown shade right here. So this is a nice brown shade. It's a deep brown shade. So I'm going to pick it up with the same brush with which I applied the deep orange shade. So I'm just going to pick it up, just dab off the excess, and then go in and just pat it on my outer corner and slightly blend it. Can you see it's kind of not blending how I want it to blend, but you can work with it. So I'm going to try another brush to blend it in, so just hang on. So I'm going to try it with this crease brush and try and blend that brown in my crease. Yeah, I guess this is working out. I think it looks pretty decent. I'm going to take like a clean blending brush. This is the Pro Art number PE22, which I love using. So I'm just going to kind of smoothen out these edges right here. Now I'm going to be picking up this mustard yellow color and just slightly dabbing a little bit of that. It's a little powdery, so make sure to dab off the excess because it's a little powdery. So I'm going to do that and blend everything in my crease. Just going to run it in my crease. This is like Jaclyn Hill's trick that she always uses. And that's how that yellow looks like. Okay, that's how my eyes look like once blended. The only issues that I found with the matte shade is that it was very pigmented, but it's a little powdery and it was very difficult for me to blend and work with. But if you do spend some time and if you do take some effort blending out your eyeshadow, I think it looks pretty good. So I'm not going to complain about that. So for my lid shade, I'm going to be using this particular shade right here. It's a gorgeous metallic bronzy sort of a shade. So I'm going to just use that, just using my fingers first. Let me swatch and see how it looks. Ooh, that looks so good. It's very soft. It's a little crumbly, but I think I can work with my fingers and just pat it in. So it's going to look nice. So I'm going to use that on my eyelid and let's see what happens. Wow, I think this shimmer looks so good. It looks so metallic. You want to just pat it in and not drag it because it's going to crumble and fall off on your cheek if you keep dragging it. So just try to pat it in. Now I'm going to go in with that brown again, whatever is like left over in my brush, just to blend that and mesh that brown into this gold or I think this is like a gold. It looks like a bronze, but it's like a deep gold. So I'm going to finish off applying this gold shade on my other eye as well, and I'll be right back. So I'm done with my eyeliner. So I drew a winged eyeliner. I used this one. This is the Lakme Insta Liner. So moving on to my lower lash line, I'm going to use these two shades again, these two orange shades, and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. So that's how it looks like on the lower lash line. To further make it a little dramatic, I'm going to be using this brown shade again. I'm going to put it like straight up against my lower lash line using this teeny tiny detailer brush. So if you want me to do essential brushes for eye makeup video or something, do let me know in the comments down below. I would love to do that. So if you need that, please comment below because I have no idea of what you guys need. So the only way to find out is when you guys comment down below. So please do that. So going in with this brown shade on my lower lash line. So that gave a nice definition to my lash line. So I'm going to apply some brown kajal or brown liner on my waterline, apply some mascara, and I'll be right back for my final thoughts. So I have completed doing my eyes. I put some mascara and I used this exact same mustard shade in my inner corner as well, as you can see, and I've put some lipstick. This is the combination that I wore. This is the Maybelline Color Sensational lip liner. It's in the shade Rich Chocolate, and this is the Wet n Wild Catsuit lipstick in the shade Give Me Mocha, which is like a beautiful nude and it's very comfortable on the lips as well. So more about that later. So this is how the finished look looks like. So I really like how these eyeshadows performed, just that it was a tad bit difficult to blend out these eyeshadows. The metallic shade I used, which is right here, it had a little bit of a fallout. It just crumbled a little bit, but if you stick it down properly, you pat it in and you work with it, you will be good to go. Overall, this is a very nice palette. It's a very handy, nice palette that you can definitely buy. I would definitely recommend this palette. So this is the Autumn Spice palette for you guys, and I would also be inserting swatches of this palette and the other palette after this. And if you want me to do a tutorial on this palette as well, you know what to do. Please comment down below. I would love to do that for you guys as well. That's it for my first impressions on these newly launched Nicka K 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please share, comment and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification. I'll see you next time. Take care. Tata. Bye-bye.